Hello, 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 and welcome once again. So, I'm going to try to go through this a little quickly. Um, I wasn't really going to do any more videos, not till the PvP hits, because I think I've basically found the limitations. It was nice for them to put it out, and I've got to mess around with it, figure out what I like, don't like. But as of right now, there's not really, I think, much you can learn once you've gotten your 30 or whatever odd games in, at least with the base game. So, if we look here at the Battletech forums, you can find a thread for spoilers. The manual mech lab cracking the dot. Well, this is for modding. So this will give you some ideas. Actually, there's a lot of ideas. In fact, it leads you also to the Discord for the modding, and they're opening up a, I believe, wiki for the modding so that you can work with stuff. But you can actually open up the new mechs in this, or not open up the new mechs. You can open up the mechs that are in the game but are not in the game. Many of these have placeholder models. All the animations aren't done, but you can play with mechs that look very, very crappy if you just want to try things out. So in case people are unsure, computer illiterate or anything like that, I'll just go ahead and do it real fast. I've already went through and did this, so I'm just going to go just to my regular thing, right? And then from here, we're going to go to our C drive. Program files 86. Now this is Windows 7, so it should be the same generally, or you should be able to figure it out close enough. Then we're going to go to, wow, Steam. I am blind. And we head down here to the Steam apps. This is where all your games are going to be located here in the common. So this is where all of your game folders are from Steam. Now, the one we are wanting is the Battletech Private Beta. Now, you go into the Battletech data, into the streaming assets down here, and then you go into the data. Now, this is all kinds of things. None of these are actually, nothing's encrypted. You can do all kinds of stuff. You want to mess around with, the weapons, go for it. It's not hard. You can mess with the damage values. You can mess with the heat values. You can mess with a lot of things right now. All I'm going to do is just show you how to turn on the other mechs, though. If you want to mess with the rest of it yourself, that's fine. But here's a list of the mechs in the game. Now, there are a few that are not here. The Raven is not here, which I have no idea what they're going to be doing with the Raven. The Warmaster, the Warhammer, and the Marauder are the three that are not here. I don't know if they're going to have more than that for variants, but other than that, you could turn all of these on. So what you're going to do is just click on one of these, right click. Now I use Notepad++ because I use that for the minions. So that's just what I have already. It's very nice, very easy to read. Like when some mod was having some problems with his mods long ago. Well, he wasn't having problems with it, but the Lycanthrope amulet was not working at all, and I just wanted to see what the hell was he trying to do and what was going on here in the background. So I just threw it in here and started looking, and that's when I realized he didn't reference a bunch of these. So that's what I use. You can use anything that can type stuff out. So we're actually going to close this because I've actually changed all of these already. Now, just to make sure, I always just do a new folder because these are the ones that are changing outside the atlas here. So let's just edit here, and then we're going to actually take that down for a second, and we're going to take the atlas right here, and we're going to edit that with Notepad++. So what you're going to see on the atlas here is blah, 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 blah. There's lots of things here you can read, and it's going to allow you to understand a lot more about the mechs in general, or the weapons if you're really looking for things like that. I'm not going to get into it too much. We are just in the beta. This is the important line right here. So what you're going to see is unit release KS beta. So just, whoops, I went a little far there. Any text program, doesn't matter which one, I just prefer this one. Copy, then you come in here, and you paste. It's really that easy. Now, you're going to look at a lot of these, like right here, we're looking at the Banshee 3E. Now you're going to see right here, placeholder, imposter material. So what that means is there is no mech for this. Well, here, no, I don't want to save that, because those are my... In case I decide to start messing with anything, I'll put all the files into separate folders and make sure I actually rename them. But yeah, that's just so that I have a copy of them somewhere. So let's go ahead and kick the game on, because I've actually already activated all of the mechs, and outside of the Atlas here, these are all the other mechs and versions that are mostly there. I didn't activate everything, nor am I really going to talk too much about what else might be there, because I'm a little confused by a little bit of it, so just not going to worry about it. Come on. Alright, so now we're into the game. We go into the single player. I've told the game that all of the mechs that are in the game, again, -3, possibly with variants on some of those, but I doubt it, are in the game. So, let's trade this up to war, tab out, check my volume, because that is, sorry about this, ridiculously loud. The music, you can't turn... There's actually a way to turn the music off, which I think I'm just going to do, if I do end up messing around with this too much more. And now you suddenly have a bunch of mechs that you didn't have before. Now, what you're going to see is this is just a picture of an Atlas. And if we come down here to, where's a heavy? Here's the Dragon, that's a picture of an Orion. There is no art for any of these, or if there's art, I didn't read far enough to figure out where it was at. I've been kind of reading what's going on with everything. So I've got access to a bunch of other mechs now, and inside the game they're not going to have the same artwork either. Now they actually are different, like if you look at the various Banshees here, you could just flip through the loadouts and just literally see it's a different mech. So the artwork's just all different. I've only done one game so far, and I'm just going to take a mirror of what I had. So we're going to go with a... Well, I want the Zeus. I hear nothing but terrible things about the Firestarter, so we're going to definitely pick that up. I actually don't know if I'm going to go with the same group. I guess I might. Alright, so the Zeus is kind of a long range. It's a bit of an odd mech. I've mainly just wanted in the game because I like Steiner, so it's a pretty iconic mech for them. Overall, I think it's an alright mech. There's better and there's worse. I want something good and brawly. I can't believe how expensive the Banshees are, though, still. Yeah, why don't I just go with the same setup I've already run once before. I'm looking for the Highlander here. Now, the Highlander... No, I'm not looking for the Highlander. I am looking for the Stalker. Excuse me. The Stalker has a lot of weapons. It's... In many regards, it's going to look like the Battlemaster when you see the amount of weapons it has. And if you read the flavor text over here, is an overgunned assault mech, best known for being able to shut itself down with a single alpha strike. That is true. That is very true. In fact, I don't even think you got to turn on all the weapons with the way heat's set right now. So we're going to throw on a Stalker. Hopefully I don't get it killed this game. Which leaves me with like 3,000 funds, I believe. Now, there's a lot of different options here. I'm not really going to go through most of this. I've kind of taken some time to analyze where things are at. But it seems like under 3,000 or 3,000 or below is kind of like your light, just fit in whatever money you have left. So what you're going to notice is that I actually have exactly 3,000 with this setup right here. So you're actually not going to find anything cheaper than the Commando, which is actually a price point I found on pretty good, 2.5 million for pretty much any lance I'm running. So there's nothing actually new below that, but at the 3,000 exactly point, or excuse me, at the 2.9 and 3 million mark, you now have access to the Spider and the Cicada. Honestly, without the mech lab or going in and me just messing around with that, probably not a whole lot that I'm going to be doing with the Spider. It does come with a absolute buttload of jump jets, so it should be able to jump very, very far, but just double medium laser. Yeah, I want to put a couple small lasers on it and eventually get to where we can do facing for melee, where I can use this thing to literally run behind mechs and try to shear them open with it, and then run away really fast, because it's very fast like a locust. So I don't think this is as good as, say, the Commando, which I believe is your best short-range mech right now, in the lower tier down here, like 3,000 and under. So the Cicada is a PVC double machine gun. Double machine gun down in the legs. I don't think this is the actual best long-range mech either. The Panther is going to come with a couple of extra heat sinks. The Cicada only has one. The Panther has more durability. The Panther comes with a better close-range damaging type thing with the SRM-4. I'm not seeing a lot of value to the Cicada, obviously. Even if you come down here, I think the Locust 2M is better with the double LRM5s. You come with 120 ammo, that's 12 volleys with that. The Urban Mech, only 8 volleys, but AC-10, very strong right now, 75 damage per. Yeah, I honestly don't think the Cicada is very good at all, but we're going to take it anyways, just because. Just because it's new and shiny. No real reason. Alright, so, I'm going to try to choose... I don't really want to fight an Atlas and an Orion right here. The game really doesn't know how to use, like, the support, which I'm almost tempted to take, because I'm really not. I'm actually going to be starting dinner here just in a moment, and I'm kind of wanting a quick game. I did it against the Heavy Assault last time, and it worked out. I did manage to lose my Stalker, though. That was completely my fault. Eeny, meeny, miny, sure. No, yeah, no, because I kind of want to have the Stalker not have the ability to purge so much heat, because we're going to take a peek and laugh at that here in a minute. And it would make my fire starter far less effective. So, not a terribly good lance, I'm going to say. I think this could use a lot of work. I just wanted to try a bunch of new mechs after I got them locked in. So, let's go ahead and... Oh no, I didn't change up my... Okay, I didn't change up my pilots, which is going to be a problem, because I imagine it's going to give me the same pilots. I'm going to get a Death from Above pilot on my Zeus that has no jump jets. I'm going to end up with a sensor lock on my Zeus instead of my Commando, who should be acting like a... Or, not my Commando, my fire starter like a Striker. My Cicada needs a precise shot, because... if they get close enough for the machine guns, it's already a dead mech. So it literally just has basically a PPC. And I don't remember what that mech... I think it comes with Bulwark, of all things. And but these aren't actually in the game. It's possible that the pilots are not exactly kosher. I don't remember what... Oh, no. I don't remember what the Stalker... Let's see. Oh, he comes with a precision strike. So, the Stalker has a medium laser, A medium laser, medium laser. Okay, that's not too bad. 4 medium lasers. Large laser, large laser. Okay, 4 medium and 2 larges. That's getting pretty hot. SRM6, SRM6. Oh my god, 2 SRM6s as well. And 2 LRM10s. This thing runs so stupidly hot that it's hilarious. Oh, Stalker, you're gonna take forever to get there. Oh, I guess I should mention, yeah, this is what I mean by there's no assets in the game. This is just a Zeus, it's purple, doesn't look like anything. Well, not all of them have assets, and as you can see from the fire starter here, it doesn't look completely done either. Doesn't look that way. But, yeah, so just expect that if you see a bunch of weird purple mechs, that's because there's no assets for any of these yet, or if there are assets, they're not finished and done. So we're going to want to move the Zeus up here.
Copy that.
I'm going to move my Cicada. Honestly, alright, and my fire starter's gonna be a bit of a close range, but it's kind of a little sketchy, so we're gonna do something like that. We're basically gonna wait on my stalker to get up to the front up here. Just gonna take a minute. Sorry, I completely forgot about the pilots, and so yeah, expect to see this. A few of them do have some assets done. Don't expect that on most of them, and there are a couple in there that I don't really want to talk about because I don't know why they're there, or for sure if some of that might be something that people didn't want to know if they're not wanting to mess with this stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna run my Zeus up here. So the Zeus is AC5 large laser, LRM15, so pretty decent long range output. Not great, but pretty decent. And then double medium laser as well, so it's alright at mid range too.
No problem.
Okay, now my fire starter. Trying to find somewhere where I can get out of line of sight, but still be fairly close. I guess right about there. And my Cicada, I'm literally just going to walk him forward one space because I don't want him basically spotting the enemy. I would rather get one more turn to try to get my stalker into these trees. I don't think that's going to happen. They should have a commando tearing down maybe this direction, hopefully not. If it does, my Zeus can handle it while my Cicada backs up. So we're going to put my Zeus right there. I'm going to put my Cicada right here. I'm going to run my stalker down here. Can we get into the trees and then still... Yeah, there we go. And you, damn, I really am afraid you're going to get blasted if I try moving around too much with you, but I want that 50% dodge chance, just in case the LRMs, for whatever reason, catch sight of him. Oh, come on. I should see something by now. There we go. Really, you're going to have a catapult out there on the front. Okay, there's the commando. It's coming down the back side of all places. So,
Awaiting orders.
Oh, never mind. Reserve back.
Waiting for my opening.
I'm hoping this doesn't get a shot on my Cicada, but I can get a shot on it with my Zeus. That is the hope here, anyways. Keep thinking I'm in the different phase here.
For a tactical advantage.
And you're going to notice I have 2 in phase 1, so I'm not wanting to give them any shots with any of their LRM boats, so... Alright, here we go now. Really, are you not going to be able to get line of sight at all?
What can I do for you?
Boy, I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to get line of sight on him. How about you? Can you catch a line of sight on that 65 tonner down there? Yes, you can, but I gotta leave the cover. Can I? Can't catch it from anywhere but right there, huh? Well, that's not nice. Pretty sure I've got line of sight right there. I just don't have it. So yeah, we're just gonna risk the cicada right here, which is not smart. The cicada has toilet paper for armor, but we're gonna do it anyways. Oh, they're almost all coming down this backside, huh? Well, that's terrible news.
Special delivery.
Yeah, see, no animations on these either. But if you just want to mess around with some other mechs. Oh no, my poor cicada's gonna get absolutely thrashed right here.
Ooh, took a heavy hit.
It's alright, I'll pull him out of sight next round.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so there we go.
On my way.
Honestly, Blockade doesn't have the worst Angel of Death stats for a mech that's supposed to be firing. So a little heat intensive here, but if I take off the medium lasers, it's really not too steep of a build-up curve here. And I can alternate the AC5 every other turn if I think ammo might be a problem, because it does have 15 shots. Yeah.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Alright, so this thing is just a massive gunboat. Massive. It's not lying. When I fire all of these, I had to take the LRMs off. First time I fired in, I almost shut down just off of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. Not great, but not terrible.
Aye, aye.
Now, Apex. Looks like I'm going to be engaging on this side first, so I'm going to try to get the fire starter in position.
On my way. Double time.
Because I really don't want them beating on this. I don't have any mechs that go really until my final turn. So, my Cicada and my fire starter are very vulnerable in a group like this, running the 2 assault mechs. Yeah, I'm going to have to run my Cicada away, probably. Oh, never mind, I got knocked down. I'm not going to be able to run away.
Dang it, that hurt.
Hopefully I get out of line of sight of this commando, though, or blow the commando up. That would be nice.
Commander?
No, just reserve back. That commando didn't come in nearly as close as what I'd hoped.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, now, what I do want to do is stand up and get the hell away from this commando, get rid of their line of sight on all those other mechs.
Moving to position.
I don't think that commando can take a shot at me now. So the Zeus is a assault mech that is basically most of its money for an assault mech has went into its engine. It's supposed to be about as fast as a heavy. I don't know if it actually is as fast as a heavy. I kind of have a little bit of a theory looking at a lot of the mechs that are left, but nothing I'd really like to talk about right now. Reserve.
Waiting for the right move.
So if that 65 tonner walks up... Okay, you know, I think I'm just going to move my stalker forward. Just keep moving towards the water.
Oh, that. Oh, hit me another. Me.
Oh, you stupid LRM boats.
I'm hit.
Alright,
What's up, Commander?
Nope, 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 nope. I don't have line of sight, so I want to be able to fire at least while I move. With any luck, this will actually take the commando out right here. Boy, that is not at all worth it for the, Okay, we're just going to make a go at it right here, because I really want to drop that mech before they get a go.
Got a sensor trace.
So we're going to even toss on the medium lasers. Now, I'm going to build up quite a bit of heat, but I really want to wipe this commando out right here. Hey, the laser's actually already set up. No dice. They're going to get a fire on me again. Oh, I probably should have twisted my torso more to the front right here. Oh, no.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
So there's my LRM down.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
I really needed this guy up here tanking it. I didn't expect the commando to come down this back side like this, which is really screwing everything up. And I just can't drop this commando. It's not even like it's
Yes, Commander.
some sort of a minor problem right here. It's like I am absolutely sucking at this. Really, is that the best you're going to be able to do for a sprint? At least get into the forest.
Hauling ass.
Because otherwise I would have had my fire starter over here. Okay, so the commando's running away. That's sucked.
Waiting for my opening.
Oh, they've still got sensor range on my Zeus here, who's going to get flattened.
Oh, you bastards. Stability lost. I'm going.
Well, I might lose this one.
Hit.
Trying to get this stalker in place is just costing me everything. I'm just kidding. I'm not really going to lose here. I am going to take an absolute beating, though.
Internal structure damage. Yeah?
Alright, so looks like we can get a shot across here.
Heading out.
Alright, so I am in water, so shooting everything is not going to guaranteed overheat me. But I'm standing in water, and that's what it's still doing to me. So
Consider it done.
I've really got to put a hurt down on a lot of these mechs and try to draw something somewhere else. Yes, yes, you've taken a little internal damage, I don't care. Oh, blockade, you're gonna die right here. Oh wow, no hit on my head, because my pilot's almost dead. Alright, so,
Yep.
what we're gonna do is stand up. I'm gonna try to back up away from that commando, because that commando is gonna get me killed.
Ready for action.
Let's try reversing. Unfortunately, I've lost my LRM-15, which sucks in a bad way. It doesn't even matter about the heat, because this mech is probably going to die here very shortly.
I'm generating a lot of heat.
Yeah, I can't even overheat that many times.
Commander?
Same thing, I'm going to bring my cicada up, try to get some work done here. Is that poor stalker going to have to carry like the entire map here? If so, that's going to be bad.
Affirmative.
Standing by.
And I actually don't want to be where they could see me, but I want to get a lot closer right here. There's definitely some problems with the profiles. Look at that. I don't think you should be able to see me right through there.
Prepping for jump.
Alright, so I'm going to attempt to take out that commando next turn. Did build up a lot of heat. We're going to brace. Yeah, maybe a long-range fire group was not what I should have ran a fire starter against. Didn't give that much consideration. Oops.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for a death from above, and you're going to notice I've got a lot of flamers and things. Unfortunately, I'm attacking the backside of this, which, boy, is that even worth it? Let's, oh, I can't look at it because I can't see.
Commander.
So I could get right here on the front side. Yeah, because I want to take this, this mech out. So we're gonna move to the front where I know I've dealt at least a little bit of damage. And we're gonna fire with everything I have. This mech runs kind of hot too.
Giving him everything I've got.
So you can see I've basically heated that commando up a ton right now.
Good to go. Tell me what to shoot.
Oh, my poor fire starter. Definitely should have done that death from above and gotten on his backside. Would have been a lot better.
Hit.
Oh, that fire starter's not going to be good. But you can see the flamers here are definitely looking rough.
Something I can do.
Alright, so we're going to walk back here. Just so I can get down into the water, actually, because I'm going to move on that commando next. So my stalker's got to carry me, this gigantic beast of a gunboat. Alright, so that's going to shut me down. How about if we take the LRMs off? That's going to shut me down. What if we take a large laser off? Okay, so I'm still generating a little bit of heat, but not terrible. There goes the catapult.
Oh, come on, it's like a steam bath in here.
It doesn't matter. You got to do it, man. You got to do it. You're like my last hope here.
I've lost stability. Battle mech down.
Yeah, you really don't want to bring your fire starter up like this. If I hadn't just basically lost all my other mechs to my stupidity,
Yeah.
it would be a completely different story here. Oh, I've got nothing to, so I can't get line of sight on any of their other guys.
I'm here. Looking out.
Because they knocked down my guy. That's alright, there's still some good long-range fire support. Alright, Cicada.
Aye, aye.
Stand up. Get my fire starter up. So what we're gonna do is he's cooling off enough down here in the water to where it really doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do a death from above. The fire starter's fantastic for this one. I played him last game, it was great. That's what I should have done last time. Tried to get those good melee damages in on the backside of that. Alright, so now it's my cicada. Can you hit from right where you're standing? Beautiful. Hopefully I can get a turn or two to clear some of the heat off of my stalker. Oh man, my fire starter's about to go down. Yeah, when they get a go with their other guy, that'll be the end of my fire starter. No, you're not. You're gonna be fine.
What's up, Commander?
Oh yeah, there's my stalker. So at this point, we're going to sprint, which is, yeah. Oh, he's down again. I can't see to shoot my LRMs.
Understood. Moving fast.
I was wanting to get some LRM fire in there. Goodbye, little fire starter. You did well. Oh my... Oh, I thought he was going to live through that. I was going to say, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get sight on them right here. So we're going to charge up the hill.
Okay. I'm on it.
Basically, I want these two to just stay out of it and just provide fire support from the long range.
I'll wait here for now.
Okay, is that mech going to come into sight? Yeah, but he's around the hill there.
Waiting for orders. Moving fast.
This is the exact opposite of the last game. My stalker got headshotted. And my Zeus ended up having to carry my team.
Oh, you call that a hit?
Yes, they do. And they're terrible.
Something I can do?
Man, I have no LRMs for indirect fire right here either.
Aye, aye.
Which is not great. Is not great.
Attacking.
Oh, he ran. So I'm not going to get nearly as much damage as I wanted to out of that. I'm going to back over here into the water, force him into indirect fire.
What do you need?
Oh wow, you can see him? How can you see him?
I'm on it. Good to go.
There we go, 90%. I'll take it.
Roger that.
Alright, what do you got now? What do you got now, huh? Oh, you're gonna come down here into cover? That's a terrible idea. So at this point I can run up and I think melee him from where I'm at.
Yeah.
Probably should have inspired last turn. So, the melee, definitely not, but I need to clear some heat right here, so this will,
I'm dead.
give me a pretty good chance to do that. Getting a little bit of work done on my stalker. It's not terrible. I think my fire support outshoots their fire support right now, though.
On it. Roger. Commander?
Well, that's going to be in sight, I think. So I'm not really wanting either one of these to engage. I just want to sit back and just use them exactly like they're built for. These long-range engagements. I mean, the Zeus is alright up close, but I definitely will gain a lot more out of standing back and doing this than I will running up in their face. So it's not guaranteed I kill the catapult this turn. Oh my god, you guys are injuring my pilots like crazy. But there's a very good chance I actually kill their pilot right here. Mostly because I'm about to inspire. Not kill their pilot, kill their mech. And then I'm going to hit them with everything except for that one large laser. And I'm ignoring his cover right here, so that should be a lot of very focused damage. Oh, boo.
Come on, it's like a steam bath.
Didn't quite get as much done there as what I'd hoped. Their 80-tonner's got to walk down, though. That's nice. So he's going to be right there next to melee range, and his LRMs are basically useless at this range. He's got double large laser, small laser, or medium? Don't remember which.
Yep.
Alright, so called shot. What's that center looking like? 100. Okay, so if I can hit with everything, all three weapons I've got, this plus the PPCs, I will take out the center torso. Or I could remove another medium laser and an LRM right here. We're going to go for a kill shot here. I got a hit with both those, though. Which it looks like I hit with neither of them.
Good to go.
So I can always take out that arm right here. Then if I didn't, yeah, I didn't hit with anything.
Got it.
So that'll remove his other arm right now. Boom. Easy enough. So the catapult's pretty much neutered. He can definitely do some melee damage still. And instead he's going to laser at me.
Something I can do.
Yeah, melee that. Drop some heat. Alright, the catapult goes down. That annoys me so much that the AI can move their mechs into position for melee, and I have to choose
Taking some hits.
to just go to the closest point. That really does irritate me a lot.
Damage is minor.
Of course the damage is minor.
What do you need? Confirm.
Alright, so the Awesome does still have a lot of armor. That's the one thing it's going to have over the, over a catapult. It is definitely tankier.
Firing on target.
Oh, now he's going to get a go. Where's he going to do? Where's he going to go? What's he going to do? Okay, a lot of stability damage. Not good, I'm not going to lie. But I am going to just, oh, wow. He knocked me down still. Yeah, LRMs are kind of a little overtuned right this moment, I think.
I'm here.
So let's take the shot.
Taking the shot.
Looks like I missed with both of them.
Right here.
So we're gonna stand up.
New sensor contact. Alright, I'm up. Let's go.
Alright, so if he's gonna be shooting at me, which he might, you know what? Can I get a good back shot on him? Where's his back at? Alright, so that looks like it. Right here. Now I've got plenty of armor left here, so we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure I get my damage. Ignore his damage
Okay, now the gloves are off.
defense from the forest. So he normally would take 25% less from all these, but I don't want it that. So we're gonna attempt to open this guy up on the backside like a can opener.
Speed overload.
Oh.
Get down.
Not quite what I was hoping for. Reserve. Reserve. Now, if he turns around, then that leaves him open to my Cicada and my Zeus on the backside. Which it looks like he probably... Okay, he turned around. Oh, he removed his instability, which don't think the AI should do that in a last mech standing situation. So I still have all these fire supports right into his rear armor. Or is that rear armor? No, he's not facing... Okay, that's weird. So he's kept his back to my, stalker back there.
Commander? Got it.
Oh, I should have reserved back. That was not probably the best idea. However, we are just going to do this one more time, and I think this will be the end of the battle. I was hoping one Alpha Strike would do it. So you can see here, even if you have no heat at all, this mech shuts down if you fire everything. Alright. So, there we go. Unfortunately, my fire starter, not only did I have him fighting in a river, but, yeah, just bad choice. So there's 4 of the mechs that you haven't seen yet. Let's go ahead. No, I don't want to do a survey. I'm going to try to wrap this video up fairly quick and not get too carried away, but... Come on, hurry up. So this will open up 21 additional mechs or mech variants, whatever you want to talk about, like the Banshee's got a couple. I mean, you can go through and just look at these. I am a little surprised that, like, say, the Banshees are costing so much. Yeah, 9.5 and 10.1. I thought was a little high. The Wolverines, I don't know. I'd heard a lot of good things about the Wolverines from other players. I was not impressed. Not impressed at all. I mean, on paper. Obviously, I haven't taken them out yet. But when I just start looking at the overall cost of something like a Wolverine, I don't even know where the... Okay, so this is the AC5 version that everybody's kind of talking about. Excuse me, I had to cough there. At 5.4 million, I'd rather take a Centurion. I'd rather take a Hunchback. I'd rather take the Blackjack. I'd rather take the Enforcer. I think there's a lot of options above the or below the Wolverine in price point. It seems to me that not only is the weapon damage not horribly off, it is off a bit in my opinion, at least for an overall scale. Which again, playing against this AI may not exactly be true. That may not be true at all. But there's just a lot of them I'm looking at here that seem like the price points are just a little outside where they should be. Just much superior versions below them. I'm trying to think, was there another one? Actually, I really like the Grasshopper. I kind of want to rebuild a cavalry lance built around the Grasshopper. And no, not for a bunch of death from aboves. Just to jump behind them, large laser, medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, medium laser. So 4 medium lasers, a large laser, and if it really looks like they're close to opening up, drop that LRM-5, because it's got a lot of heat sinks on this thing and jump jets. This just seems like it would probably be like the close range Griffin, but better. But it is more expensive. Might be worth it. Yeah, so just the Dragon. Dragon's actually looks like the cheapest heavy in the game right now. But that makes sense, actually. LRM-10, AC5, medium laser, medium laser. So it's got a little medium range and a little long range. It's definitely not the best at either, but that's kind of the Dragon's whole thing. Overall, I'm kind of looking at a lot of these mechs thinking they're probably balancing and putting them into the game. This is purely hypothetical. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but if I'm going to guess, they're balancing and doing like certain groups. Very simply put, like gunboats. What could be a gunboat here? We got the Trebuchet. Let's do the names. You got the Trebuchet, you got the Catapult. I'm getting them all mixed up because I'm not used to this right here. The Catapult, and then you've got the Awesome that we just fought against. Now, are there other ones that could be pretty decent long-range LRM, or decent, at least, LRM units? Yeah. I mean, the Locust here is only double LRM-5. Like a single Orion will put out as much long-range firepower. But it seems like they've been working certain areas overall. And to me, looking at a fair number of these that are not in the game already, I'm really questioning mobility-based mechs. The Cicada. It's supposed to be a very top speed design. That is meant to be very fast. That its speed is where its defense comes from. The Zeus. The Zeus has a lot of its weight goes into the engine, so that it absolutely is faster. Honestly, when I played the last round and just ran it versus the Stalker, one extra hex doesn't seem like nearly the benefit I would assume or hoped it would have. You got the Dragon. Dragon's a mobility. It seems like a lot of these that might have the slightly lower firepower but have the greater mobility. Wasp. Wasp is another good example. Seem to be set here, and I'm wondering, it seems like they've gotten, again, if you look at the cavalry mechs, they've got most of the units that I think you would want in that. I don't think the Spider is anything close to that. I think you're going to need the mech lab to make the spider good. And the grasshopper, I think, is excellent. I don't know. That might just be me going off on a complete tangent, but it looks like we've got a lot of the mechs kind of by groups is what we have. That's just kind of my random thinking on it. So we'll see how that works out. I am completely disappointed that the Zeus is not able to get even like a 2 square over something like a stalker. That was pretty poor. But anyways, I'm just blathering. I'm starving at this point, so thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry this went like an hour, but yeah.